Um, you had you
Hopefully.
had a lot of we had a lot of stuff going on last time. How's your
Indeed, we did.
So before we get started, we are Connecticut Housewives. I'm Nubia and you are
Doreen.
hello. So we're back here filling you in on our weekly session of being a housewife in Connecticut, just being a housewife in general, right?
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah.
So so what did you last time you had like you were purchasing a new car, you had picking up your grandchildren, had our father in the back seat, husband was driving, you had all they were driving Miss Daisy. That's what they were doing.
I tell you, it's always an interesting day in my
Right.
world. So,
Exactly.
oh yeah. So yes, we
I
got the new car, and I'm grateful for that. It's gonna allow me a lot more space and comfortable seating for grandkids and fathers and everybody else.
Mhm.
So plus I'm able to get the whole scooter in the back of the car with no issues, which is a
Mm,
blessing. Yeah.
we should take a picture of
Part
that
of the whole
scooter. Take a picture of that scooter
yeah.
so we can show a picture of it. It's just fascinating to
It's,
us. I mean, not that anybody else is really going to care about it, but yeah.
so we're thankful for that. Just having the ability to be able to get the scooter. It's going to allow me to be able to put it on the back of the vehicle. Right now, I can put it in, but it's going to allow me to be able to have the whole hitch in the back to put on the back of the vehicle because the car I had wasn't compatible.
Mm, mm. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
show us. Take a picture of you doing that too, so we can figure out how to
Hmm.
interject them into the video. So, and then now you had some exciting news yesterday, right?
Yes, we have a brand new member of the family. We have a young grandson that was born on yesterday, and praise God, happy and healthy,
Yay!
and just beautiful, handsome
Yay! Yeah, good.
young man.
And this was
Hmm.
NM. So welcome to NM. Welcoming NM
Yes.
to the family. Wow. Yeah, you are. I mean, not like this is a contest, but like you got married before me. You had at least two kids before me, and now you have your grandmother four times.
Yes.
A four times Grammy winning grandma. There should be an award for that, right? There should be an award, but and not like I said, it's not a contest at all. But I mean, of course, when I go to Texas, people on her side of the world, her community thinks that I'm the baby sister. I'm like, yes, I'm the baby sister, but actually, I'm the oldest of the four of us.
Yes, indeed. And
Yeah.
keeping in mind, I only got married a few months before you did.
Was
Same
it just
year.
really? Was it really?
Yeah.
There's a lot of us because first it was you, and then I got married in July, and then our cousin, everybody got Pookie, right? Our cousin Pookie got married after me, and
Pookie
then
and
our
him got
cousin
married.
Te, uh, got married after him.
Yeah.
Everybody said, "You
TM
come
got
back
married.
after." Say again.
Yeah, TM got married.
I'm like, and so the people are like, "Are you coming back?" I'm like, I use up all my leave for my wedding. I can't. We all got married in the same
Yeah.
year. If you think about it,
Hmm.
right? Honestly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, and in the military, you only have like you're only awarded like what 15 to 30 days
2.5.
leave per
Yeah,
per
2.5
month.
a month. So,
Right.
which is
So you got
actually
to
pretty
save
doggone good if you
yeah,
consider like what
compared
people get on the outside,
right
being civilian
hours,
world.
right? They get hours. But
Yeah.
so yeah, but you got to save them days up. You got to save them days up, right?
Sure do. You never know what's going to
R-
happen.
Exactly. So thank God we never had to really use them for like emergency leave, right? Like that I think of. I know now that we're talking
Nanny,
on yeah, so me when I went to go into basic training, I missed my grandmother's funeral because trying to figure out
great
once
grandmother.
I got there
Great.
how to get back. Yeah, my our great grandmother. Um,
Hmm.
so I missed that funeral because I couldn't. Yeah, I had just left for New York to go to Texas. As a matter of fact, yeah, San Antonio.
And
So
they said,
yeah,
unless it's immediate family, sorry,
right,
which
exactly,
which
exactly.
they don't get our family line. We're tight like that.
Everybody, they
And
are our immediate family.
you know,
Yeah, so we missed Nanny Williams. Yeah, yeah, Nanny Williams passed away. Yep. So you have a
hmm
grand. So I can remember my house hasn't been that full since like COVID, and I had all four of my kids, and I had our father here at that time. So there was seven of us in my house. But So yeah, it's pretty quiet. Although my eldest daughter did come stop through this past weekend for a really quick hello. She didn't bring her laundry this time. But at this point is this stage of the game when you're like, you know, empty nester. I'm like, bring your clothes. You can wash them here. I'll feed you. Come have dinner. Right?
Exactly.
Anything to just come visit, you know. So
But it's
so
so
yeah.
funny when they're going like, okay, bye bye, miss you, see
I
you.
know.
Then they're going, it's like crickets, crickets. I mean, what to do now?
Exactly.
It's time to myself ish.
I know. Then we got to work out our own ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And then you figure out,
So
look, no shame in my game. That's when you figure out that you need therapy because all the stuff you were suppressing because you were busy homeschooling and mothering and wifing. And then when the house gets quiet, it's like, whoa, I had that issue and that issue and that issue. And yeah,
because now you have time to think about it. That's what it is.
exactly. Exactly.
You know.
So shoot, my therapist is my best friend. You know, she'd be like, yes, I totally agree with you. And I am, what is she? I love how she gives me confirmation. Like, yes, that should not
Mhm.
have happened to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
And
She
sometimes
affirms me.
validation is good. Yeah.
Validation, she affirms me. Yes. So she's my
Mhm.
best friend. Yeah. So I was telling her,
Yeah.
I think that at the end of the video it was only like 5 minutes last time. And I was saying that I went to get my hair done.
Looks
And
good, girl.
like, all right. Girl. So I'm glad that it was nice that, okay, so my loctician is on maternity leave. And I am like scrambling now because I had like 2 inches new growth, which I think I said it I made a makeup video the other day. I haven't uploaded it again. I was like, makeup for over 50. And then, okay, you'll realize that when you watch this video that her and I are going to be all over the place because we're trying to get that nut. We're, I'm a
It's a
squirrel
pretty bird.
trying to get that
Ooh,
nut.
pretty
So I'm
bird.
like, woo. So remember, so I was getting my hair. So I was calling all over and Googling like crazy trying to find a loctician. And like,
Right.
unlike regular hair salons, which is on every corner, you can find somebody
Oof.
to do every kind of hair. A loctician is
Exactly.
special. They're special,
Mm,
or an
mm,
interlocker. And so I was like trying to find the closest one to me, like Boston, New York, some of the other major cities like Harvard or New Haven, whatever.
mhm,
And I
mhm.
went on Instagram, Google somebody, went to Instagram page, take a look at it. 'Cause that's what we do. Your Instagram page is kind of like,
A
it's
fast.
like your resume.
Mm.
And so the lady that I contacted, she was not available. But the nice thing about her being so professional, she had a directory that was made up. And she said, I'm not available, but let me send you my directory. And I was like,
Which is amazing. Sister locks have sisterhood.
you know,
So pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So by the time I drove an hour away still to get
Mm.
to this person, I was in this
Jesus.
plaza. I was in this plaza, beautiful plaza. There
Mhm.
was kimchi. There was like all these different,
Mm,
Asian American restaurants.
mhm,
A really well kept plaza. And
mm.
so, first of all, I drove by there, and I got to the corner where she was supposed to be, but there was no sign of where I was like. So I'm going back and forth. I parked on the side of the road. I'm re-googling. I'm trying to
Oh Lord.
So
Why?
Google sent me a town pass where I was supposed to go.
That's
And so,
ridiculous.
you know, so then I called
Mhm,
her up and I love her because she's younger, like our children's age. And
mhm.
she was so detailed that she had all the information, her phone number, everything in the Google Calendar. So she sent me a Google Calendar, which I didn't open up. She's like, wash your hair beforehand, do this, and that.
Oh, oh Lord.
I'm already, this is the day. I'm like, I just drove an hour and now I'm reading the details because I'm lost. I'm looking for her phone number, which was
Mhm.
nice and neatly typed up, all these bullet points in the Google Calendar.
READ. Yeah. Mhm.
So she's okay. Well, did you pass the CVS? I'm like, well, miles back, I passed the CVS. So I end up going backwards, passing all the things that I passed. And I'm sitting at this CVS and I'm waiting for her.
Mhm.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
Because by this time, the appointment was supposed to be at 10. It's like 10:15. It was raining hard. By the time I got there, it stopped raining, 10:30ish. So I'm looking for her. Right? I'm walking around. I go inside some of the buildings. Well, keep in mind, nobody looks like me. So they're all looking at me like
Mm.
there's a dreadlock POC lady walking around, right? Lady looking
Mm,
looking all
mm.
like crazy, like I'm trying to sell drugs or something like that.
One of
When
these
really
things is not like the other.
which really I am just lost. And believe me, if you're afraid of me being in your community, I am just afraid being in your community by myself. They don't understand that
My
part.
Lord. Mm-hmm,
So I'm walking around, so I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't see these people looking at me, but I know they're watching
mm-hmm.
me in the middle of the day. So I took my car because
Middle of the day.
I was
I
parked in front of
can't.
an insurance company, and I moved my
Mm.
car. First of all, I had to really go to the bathroom because if we drive
Yeah.
more than an hour or so.
Uh-huh.
So I looked on the corner before I moved my car because all this is within one plaza, and I'm like, that looks like. Is that really a McDonald's? It was so beautiful looking. It wasn't like big arches anywhere. It was just like a little sign, going down. So I ran over there, locked my car, ran to the bathroom, and I was hoping that she didn't pull into the plaza while I went there. So then I'm like, okay, I know these people are really now looking at me. So I moved my car to Stop and Shop because we're in New
Yeah.
England area and they have Stop and
Oh
Shops.
my.
So I said, well, let me
Stop and
move
shop,
from this
baby.
area of the plaza to this area of the plaza. So I get over there, I sit there. Don't you know, two police cars pulled into the plaza and was driving around. I'm like, now come on,
I
now,
can't.
it-
Mm,
now
mm.
and now if I said to some of my other friends, they'd be like, that was probably just a coincidence. You shouldn't. I've had it happen to me before. In Tampa, I've had it happen to me here, where you stay outside too long, they think that you're
Whatever.
so that's a high level of anxiety. And by this time, it's almost quarter to 11. My appointment's supposed to be at
Mm.
10. So we found out that I was at the wrong CVS. So she drove in her car 15 minutes away and came and got me. And
Sweet
I
baby
followed her
Jesus.
to the shop. So we got to the
Lord,
shop. We're
Lord.
sitting there, and she says, "Are you okay?" I'm like, so anyway, she was very sweet. She reminded me of actually your daughter-in-law. I just had the baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my week
Amazing.
last week. But I was so glad that
Woo.
I left out of there and I'm like, I'm tight and I'm right.
Oh
You know what I
yes,
mean?
I am like locked, lady. I am locked. So I know
Oh,
you are locked and ready to go.
so you had your retouch too?
Yes, I have mine like maybe a few days before you actually had yours, believe it or not.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Look, I've been
ma'am.
telling you everything. You be holding out on me.
I thought I told you because I was the one saying that she's amazing.
Oh yeah, right.
I
Right.
shouted out her the naturally
Right.
locked,
That was last
but
Tuesday.
I was
That was
like,
last
but
Tuesday.
I was whining about having to come in every 4 weeks. I said I prefer 6 weeks because it's kind of expensive. Trying to keep them duckies in my pocket. Just got a brand new car. Mama needs a new car. But anyway, she's so sweet. She's like, okay, well, I don't know if I can actually give you exactly 6 weeks each time,
Hmm.
but we'll do the best we can to get you around about
Hmm.
that time frame. I'm like, I'm winning.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because that would be
So,
like that's like
but
monthly. Every 4 weeks is monthly, and
girl,
the goal is at
mm,
least squeak into 3 months, and you'll find out your hair is going to grow fast, man. This hair is growing fast, and I'm not.
okay,
What I see when we do it at this time, you see how I get the.
do uh-huh.
Mhm. I keep moving over until the sun sets. But so yeah, we love our. So this is turning out to be more of a locks day than anything, as far as us telling the story.
But you know what? It's all good though. It's a journey. Remember, we said
Yeah,
we're gonna document it. So this is like documenting the journey. What is this one little
right.
piece? Kind of doing its own thing there. Get in there, girl.
I know,
Rude.
right? I understand. So after I came home, I washed my hair, and I I think that a day after
Hmm.
I wet it, washed it, and I braided all these little plaits up. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
when I go to put the makeup, it's not really makeup tips because people do makeup way better than we do, but
Yeah. I don't do
it's like
makeup.
5-minute makeups for over 50.
Right.
And in there I had my hair plaited in the beginning of it, and then at the end
Hmm.
I had a before picture with my hair plaited with my scarf on my head, and
Hmm.
then an after picture is gonna be with my hair out and a little bit of makeup on, because I got to put my eyebrows on, because
Girl. Well, maybe I
we
need to have
still.
that class of the over 50. I reckon some of these dark lines right here I'm experiencing, it's because
Yeah,
my sleep isn't where I want it just yet. I'm
yeah.
getting there.
And the
So
other thing I
but
got to mention in that video, I'll get to do another one because I didn't do any. Because I don't really at this stage I really don't wear foundation. I did when I was younger
mm,
in my 20s, but then after I
yeah.
had the kids, they reach up, they touch your face and stuff like that. So, but we have to remember to use our ring finger and go inward, because I see a lot of
Oh
these girls,
yeah.
they have millions of followers and they're all ripping their
Hmm.
skin this way, but we're supposed to go in
Yeah.
like that, this way.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. Us people that are rude to
with the ring finger.
our faces and our skin, especially around our eyes, just you know, better. You're supposed to do better, right? So
Exactly. Oh, looking,
I guess
I love eye
when
cream.
I'm applying my lotion or my oils, I guess I can at least practice that. I don't wear makeup.
See, even if you have something a little small like this,
Yeah.
I'm not going to promote this brand right here, but you need to get a
Hmm.
little thing for your eyes,
Yep.
for
Hmm.
under the eyes right here, and then you pat it and go inward. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then after I take a shower, if I don't use coconut oil on my face, I love this bio cream.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Bio oil. Hmm.
I've been using
It's
that
okay.
since I worked at the night shift at the
I know it.
don't want anybody to think I'm a heathen saying that I worked someplace, so so I did that, and then at the end of that video, I I used this kind of spray that I told my son to start using on his hair, and that's just sprayed the scalp. And this has collagen, biotin, and it's an oil mist. This
Hmm.
feels good. This
Did you
feels
ever
good on
find
my
that? Did you
feels
ever
good on the
find that
scalp.
that sheet that told you exactly when you started your braids?
You know what? I
What?
figured out that it wasn't 2019 because that was the beginning of
Oh,
the of COVID, and it was January. So I don't know.
so I've
So it
been
was
telling
either
everybody, oh yeah, 3 years and she's down here.
yeah, I think it is. It is at least 21, 22, 23, 24. It is 3 years at least. It's three
Okay.
years. Yeah, yeah,
Amazing. Amazing.
yeah.
Yes, indeed.
January
So,
21. Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah.
January
So
21.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
So remember I was telling you we were going to talk about a few things, and one of the things was I want to talk about the biking, cycling, and
yeah, yeah.
locations.
I love your biking group. Tell us about that.
So I belong to a group, and it's called Black Girls Do Bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of on an injured list right now, so I've been taking a little break. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to getting back with the ladies and to ride. But it's really really nice if you're gonna do something social, exercising and being able to socialize at the same time is like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And not only do we bike, but we also like, depending on they have like Taco Tuesdays where you ride your bike to a taco place, and try out tacos. So it's like really, really neat. They actually they're intentional about what they do.
That's
Whether it's
cool.
actually, biking for breast cancer or, you know, just doing community things, which is really, really
Right.
neat. You know, I
Building
like that. I
sisterhood.
like that.
Building sisterhood
So,
and community.
exactly. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Karen and Tina. Thank you, ladies.
Oh, you have to send
Black
them
girls
this
do bike.
you have to send them this video, right? And there's
Yes.
different
Uh-huh.
chapters in different states. I don't think that we have one close
Yes.
to, so we have to remind people who are watching this for the first time that you and I are both born in the state of Connecticut. You have raised your family in Connecticut, but you now reside in Texas. So,
Yes.
and you go back and forth because you were just here 2 weeks ago. Um,
Facts.
so I don't know. I think I looked up one time. Oh, you don't have your laptop in front of you. I did
No.
Google at one point, and I think that even if it was in Hartford or New Haven, it kind of would be worth it.
Hmm.
Let me see. I'm Googling it real quick.
Okay. I think you said it was Hartford, but I can't recall either, to be honest. I know either way it was like an hour, or so, whatever.
And
So
it usually always is because we're in a little small town here.
exactly.
It's funny because I know whenever I do videos in the past, you're always like trying to rush
Mhm.
and not have any pause. But it's like, you know what? People always can fast forward. And I know that if you're like me, thank you for subbing, Tyler Manning. If you're like me, I sometimes listen to people on like 1.5. So if I'm not fast forwarding and my husband will come in the room, is like, I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm listening to a video, but I only have this amount of time. So I'm trying to listen to it
Yeah.
on fast speed. My husband's like, I didn't even know you could even do that.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it is that we are from New
You sound
England,
like
so we
me.
talk fast. We talk fast anyway.
It's facts. It's like I don't get. I don't. It doesn't matter how long I've been away. I still speak like on instead of 33 and a third, 45. I've always been a 45 to 60-ish person. You know, if you remember the records back in the day, it's 33 and a half or 33 and a
Mhm,
third, the big
mhm,
albums, and then the
mhm.
little 45. So I'd be the 45 to 60 on the.
Girl,
I had a story about that, by the way. So you know, we were talking about speeds of language. When my firstborn grandson, not the
why are you doing
firstborn,
that?
but the
Tyler,
firstborn.
Tyler, tell us where you're from. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Your first
so
one.
while he's typing where he's from, so my first grandson, whenever I spoke to him when he was a little tot, that little boy would always reply back to me with a. So I paused for a second. I realized, is that how I sound to you? And he'd always give me the. I'm like, wow, that actually helped me make a personal note. From time to time, I remember it to slow it down a little bit to
Mhm.
33 and a third, as opposed to 45 to 60. But yeah, I tell you what, those little people will just keep it real with you.
That's like they say. If you need to be humble, just have some children. Just get married and
Yeah,
have some children because
children, grandchildren.
they would definitely humble
Yeah.
you for sure. So I'm looking at this for people who don't know. You can
Mm.
Google Black Girls Do Bike, and now I'm
Oh,
clicking on chapters. And I like the way you have your water there. I meant to have my water, but yeah. So this is also Tyler. While you're watching, if you're still there, this is our probably our third week of we just get together and do some little chit chat and about gardening, housewives, children, no children, my
just
like we
stuff in general.
just stuff, whatever, just
Whatever
stuff.
comes up.
Exactly,
It's a
exactly,
kind of it's a talk about nothing and something
right.
all in one.
And so, if you watch the 5 minute one before this video, oh, that's funny because I meant to remember I
Did you
was going to
post it?
record. I did post it, girl. I'm not wasting a week. YouTube wants consistency. It's like your phone went on, your phone went off. Your phone. She bought a new car, and the phone kept trying to hook up her Bluetooth, so it would go in, it would go out, in and out. So we've
Oh,
had weeks. This is actually the best week. We have no interruptions. Our internet is good. The Bluetooth is strong,
yeah.
and
It's getting better
it's
every
getting better and
time.
better. It's getting gooder and gooder.
So excited. Right.
But the funny thing is that we were gonna do it on Zoom, and I was gonna upload it later, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, we are live. The big red button above
It's
that
like
says
there's no
live.
better time than the present, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So
So
100
back to
plus. Go ahead. Oh, back to you. So what were you saying?
just okay. So back to that story before I forget, because but biking. So we ride all over, not just San Antonio, but all over Texas. They go to Houston. They go all these places. They've been to Jamaica, just the islands and Puerto Rico. I mean,
Mhm,
they go ride. And it's amazing how they just find ways to connect to different areas.
mhm,
So, but I wanted to say that here, if you ever want to ride your bike, San Antonio is one of the best places to ride your bike, to cycle. We have a lot of walk areas that are paved, and you can either walk or you can ride your bike. But they have
mhm,
wonderful common courtesy. They give you the on the left when they're actually passing you on the left. The cyclist. And
mhm,
it's really nice. If they don't speak, they'll have a little bell and they'll ring ring to let you know that they're right behind you or right near you. So it's really really neat. But they have at least like 10 locations. From you can do mission trails, you can do what is it? There's so many. I think I actually have a small little list. I didn't put down all 10, but they have the SA Mission Trail. They have Valero, which is 1604 and 10. That's the highway that
mhm,
runs this and that. They have McAllister. It's a park. That McAllister Loop is actually a really neat place. Also, you can do dog walking. It's a dog park as well.
mhm,
They have the Restoration Way Trail. They have the main loop and Juniper Trail. They've got Hillview. They have the Yucca Natural Trail. So they have like so many little areas. My favorite, I'll just say that I like to stay into the Salado Creek Trailway, Greenway, should I say? And that's one of my favorite places to go. But it's beautiful. It's got trees everywhere. It's mostly shaded everywhere you go. So all I can say, if you want to ride or you want to walk and have a nice, beautiful scenic area, SA, which is what we call San Antonio, I'm telling you, do it. Try it out. If you're in the area, try it. If not, come on up, come on down,
mhm.
and try it anyway. You
And
know.
so
So
for safety reasons, you probably usually have at least between 3 and 5 women biking together, right? Nobody's
oh
like by
sure,
themselves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Safety.
right. I say two or more. It depends. But sometimes we have a whole tribe. And it's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
They have
I'm just
some
trying to
people have their
deter
own music
people.
playing.
I'm just trying to deter people because you gave me your exact, which one. Because I'm looking at Texas. You have Austin, Dallas, Fort
Mm.
Worth, Frisco,
Oh yeah.
Houston, Killeen, and San Antonio. So that's cool.
Can you believe it?
That's a lot.
That's amazing to have that many chapters. I tried initially before moving from Colleen to this area. I tried to hook up with the ladies in Colleen, but it's just they had a smaller group, and it's not always as easy to get a hold of someone in a
Mhm,
timely manner when you have a short period of time. But I
mhm.
I tell you, if you can you hear my grandson in the background?
Yes, I do. I mean, our time is up. He didn't even sleep. I know he took a nap. It was nap time.
He he's in there having a little chit chat, talking to himself. He has his own little
Oh,
thing
okay.
going in there.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, I did see Connecticut, and there's only New
yeah,
Haven and Hartford, but that's better than nothing, you
it
know.
is. And
So
that's grown
yeah,
because I think you only had one location last time we talked about it, right?
I don't even know. So that is a good thing. I might have to.
Mhm.
My thing is that I would start. I don't know. I'd be huffing and puffing, so I think I'd be left behind. I mean, I don't want to. You don't want to slow up anybody else's progress, but
No, but you know what? They actually have like days where it's like the beginners, the beginner rides and things like that. So it's like you're not just thrown into the wolves, depending on
that's true.
your chapter. So they have their special their days, and sometimes you ride, and we do like a lead and a pickup. So if you're actually writing in a faster group and it's not a beginnings group, it's nice because you're never left alone. Like someone's gonna backtrack if you're not in the line and they recognize it, they're gonna swing back around and pick you up, and ride with you. So it's nice. You
That's
don't feel like
nice.
you're isolated, like they're trying to pressure you to hyperventilate yourself to not wanting to ride,
Mhm, keep up.
So that part I really appreciate as well is they have levels as well. So and they do give you a heads up prior to you getting there, you know, which group it is for that particular time as well. So
Mm. So
yes.
you ride with a helmet?
Oh, you do not ride without a helmet. So
'Cause I
there's
know
that.
you've fallen a couple times, like, oof, you would tell me,
So let's
trying to keep up with the older gentleman.
Oh Lord, we're going to that story. So yeah, so I was one of those who there's a lot of elderly people that are on bikes nowadays, and a lot of
Mm,
these people, women and gentlemen, are been riding for lots of years. And can I just tell you that just because you see the same elderly person every time does not mean that it's okay for you to assume that you'll be able to ride at the same speed that they're riding. So
mm.
when they're riding 20 something miles per hour, I told myself I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm riding at 19. I'm riding. I'm following this guy, and he is not gonna leave me this time.
How do you know
Can
the
I just
speed?
tell?
You had something that actually gives you
Oh, well, when you start riding more often, you know that you're going to have a Garmin because you want to know exactly where you are. A Garmin is like a little gadget, a little remote that you put on your bike
okay.
affixed to it, and it will tell you, how fast you're going, how many miles
Mm,
per hour. It tell you where you are, depending on what kind you get. It
mhm,
gives you lots of details. Hmm.
mhm.
I'm gonna have to call him back. Got the Veterans Affairs calling me, so we'll just
Uh-oh.
the part of being in the military, part of being in the part of the military, whether it's for your
Mhm.
father or for yourself, it's a mystery
Oh,
until you call
right,
him back.
right. I love how you didn't want to even mention that part, but that's a big factor of our life because all of our majority of time is appointment for you or appointment for our father or even appointment for myself. So that's, almost a
Oh yeah,
weekly,
and can
daily
I
thing for yeah.
exactly? Can I just say that mainly as a appointment for your father, our
Mm,
father, but you know
mhm,
what? It's all good. It's part of keeping him healthy. So.
mhm,
We
mhm.
want to keep him, he's at 82. We're trying to get him to 83 in the name of Jesus.
Mm,
Amen.
mm. Amen. Amen. So just so you remember where we were. So what's the average price for a Garmin? Because I'm writing when I do our notes, show notes here. A Garmin.
Well, it's actually,
Garm. How do you spell Garmin?
uh,
Garm.
I am.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
am. hmm
Mm,
So long story short is go to handy dandy Amazon, .com, and it will tell you a variety of them. I mean,
mm.
depends on, I say the average is probably about, I say about 80 to $100.
What? That's more than I was thinking. So, but what do all you really need is a speed and maybe what? Is there a map quest type of thing? But you can always use your phone,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. But you know what? And it's funny because now they have all kinds of like apps that you don't have to worry about that. A lot of the writers will use Strava. Shout out Strava. But they're, and
What's Strava?
Strava. It'll actually map. It's kind of like map your walk or map your ride. Have you ever heard of
Okay.
those or map your run?
Uh,
So But basically what it does is it'll show a map exactly where you've traveled, and
Oh,
you can start it and stop it whenever you're ready. And I like the
mhm.
fact that it pauses when you pause, and it's
Okay.
free. So if you didn't want, and it
Yeah.
will also tell you your miles per hour and all that good stuff too. So
Mm.
and it'll tell you your elevation. It's like how high, same thing that the Garmin does, but just price.
I think that if anything, if I don't really know how to hook myself up,
Yeah.
younger sister who lives down the street from us, from me, she had her bike hooked up. So, I'm sure that she could hook me up in that way, you know.
Oh yeah, you have to get the reflectors. You have to get the flashlight. Get all the bells and whistles because you want to make sure you're safe. I'm gonna get a bell. I did not get the bell because I always say on your left. But long story short, is a lot of guys you'll see when they're riding their
Uh-huh.
bike.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
They will not speak. They'll just have the bell and ding ding.
Oh. Okay.
Mhm. But it's
Yeah.
a given that means I'm on
Mhm.
your left. Isn't that neat?
Mhm. Yep. It is.
So
Just like this,
it's kind.
just like this light going in this window on my right is giving me a hard time here. So this is the what do they call it? The afternoon glow? I guess,
Afternoon glow.
yeah, my kids had a name for it whenever the sun starts to come in through the window at a certain time of day. It's something glow. Yeah, it's a real thing.
uh All right. So we covered a little portion of biking. Is there something you wanted to talk about today?
We talked about hair. We talked about our sister
Mm-hmm.
lots. We mentioned your
Mm-hmm.
new car and the fact that we are sisters with two other
Oh,
siblings. What? What?
so I know what else we wanted to talk about. We guess
What?
we titled it soft life, and
Yeah, I
you're
was
living
waiting for
live
our
free.
other sister, but we can't wait because I mean that was like 3 weeks ago when I first found out about it. So yeah. So it's called Hardwig Soft Life. And when I heard about it, because my daughters called me and told me about it, I was like, I might have to find me another spot or something because this is I feel like a zebra. But
Yeah.
um, but there is so if anybody who's out there, you can Google soft hard wig soft life, and it comes up on Instagram, it comes up on YouTube, it comes up on TikTok,
Why
and
is that hard wig?
because it's like a wig on sale that costs $15.99. I mean, it is it is not a good grade of hair. So, and I've had a few of them 49.99 wigs. You wear it a couple times, and back here starts to mat up, and so. But the thing about it is, they're
Oh, hang
saying
on
that.
1 second, because I got an emergency phone call. It's your brother-in-law. Brother-in-law.
Oh,
Keep talking
okay,
about it. I'll come.
okay, go ahead. Make sure you're on mute. So anyway, hard hard wig, soft life. And I'm gonna have to walk through the house and find another spot here. I'll keep it tight on myself. Woo, that's even better. So anyway, in the video, they're showing this lady from England, and her husband is. I mean, it doesn't matter because their spouse could be a black man, a white man. But they're saying that because her wig, it was like a red, burnt orange red wig,
No.
and
Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
mean, and I said, "Yeah, when she started speaking, I could tell that she was from the continent of Africa, which has nothing to do with nothing. But homegirl was living in a castle. She had like a butler, a maid, and I'm not saying that you have to have all that, but it was just interesting that that's just the fad thing going on. That so what they're showing is women on TikTok with their taking their really gorgeous weaves, expensive, $100, 200, 300. We're talking about $1,000 weaves, whatever, and messing it up so that they have a bird's nest type of thing because
What?
they want to get married, and they want to have a good life. So that is the whole gist of bad wig, good life. Take it for what it is. It's a millennial thing, a Gen Z thing. I don't know, but this,
Hmm.
we're fortunate that we are married, and some people would say that they're fortunate that they're single. So it goes both ways. But
Yes.
but that reminds me also because there's a lot of women that you and I got married early. You got married in your 20s, right? And I got married both also in my 20s. And so there are women who get to the 30 and they start feeling pressure. And then they get to 40, they start feeling pressure from themselves, like they're time that the clock is ticking and they're running out of time. And so then there's the whole story of Risa Tisa. Did I tell you about that?
That sounds familiar. Yeah. Sounds like Risa
So
Tisa.
you can do a pound Risa Tisa, and that's the new thing where this lady on TikTok, and actually people who don't have TikTok, you can also, it's uploaded on YouTube and it's uploaded on Instagram, so you can watch the whole thing. Let me see if I can find me another seat. I'm
That's
moving.
better.
Well, yeah, because I'm away from that. But so Risa Tisa
Mm-hmm.
had a 52 or 50 series of marrying, meeting somebody during the pandemic, moving in with them, marrying them, and then divorcing them all within less than a year's time. So that's, yeah, and it's hooked. You get hooked. So that was a whole. I fell for it. I went down that rabbit hole.
Oh boy.
Went down that rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make it so my head is kind of the same level as
I
yours.
see exactly what you're trying to do, sister.
Um. So
Maybe I just
anyway,
sit up a
yeah,
little straighter.
yeah. There you go. Because I got the bright
Mm-hmm.
lights. Yeah. So people like, are you, when I do some webinars or some appointments online, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
are you home? I'm like, yeah, I'm home. I'm like, yeah, my house used to be a doctor's office and my sister remodeled it, and it went from house to doctor's office back to house. And so yeah, I had these nice fluorescent lights up here giving me good light.
Here you go.
So, so yeah, so we've talked about Risa Tisa, and if you haven't seen it and you're over the age of 40 or 50, go take a look. It actually lets you take your mind off of real life stuff for a little bit, and then if you're really spiritual, I guess you wouldn't be watching us. But if you don't want to take your mind off of it by watching Risa Tisa, you can always pick up your Bible and read that. That'll help you to relax. And but anything else you want
Mm-hmm.
to because wow, we've been this 37 minutes. We can hear each other. We've had somebody come in and visit. Um, Anything else you want to talk about
Thank
for
you,
this week?
Tyler.
Yeah, I can't even tell if they're still there. Thank you, Tyler.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, anything else? That was a lot.
That was
That was a
that was
lot.
pretty good.
Yeah, what
Mm-hmm.
are you having for dinner tonight? I cooked 2 meals on Sunday. Was it Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Because today's Tuesday. So I think I cooked 2 meals today or yesterday. Sorry, Sunday or Monday. And
Mm-hmm.
I love that because it's already there, just needs to be reheated. And I'm really excited. I went and bought these Tupperware, like 5 containers in the thing. Where was I? I think it was at Target.
Mm.
And because your son, when we went to visit your baby boy who's here in Connecticut, and he had
Yes.
those Tupperware things. So I'm trying to slowly but surely exchange out my Tupperware and my plasticware that I've had for like 30 something years and
For
replace it with glass.
glassware.
So
Yes.
5 containers at Target, 5 containers was like $47. But slowly but surely, and they're color coded.
It's
So my husband takes the dark blue ones and I take the lighter colored ones.
and it's better for you. No BPA, right?
Exactly.
So, mm-hmm. You're worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And it's funny because, you and I are like on this, drinking smoothies and juicing and eating healthy, clean eating. And so I'm like, I'm fixing the food for my one meal in the evening, and I'm putting them in the Tupperware thing because when it comes time to eat, you don't want to be scrounging through the refrigerator and trying to figure out what you're going to eat. So
Exactly.
when you came to Connecticut, you stayed with me, you stayed with one of your girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
and you stayed with our other sister,
Yeah.
and she preps her meals on Sunday for her work week,
Isn't that
Monday through Friday.
amazing?
And so
Yes.
I used to kind of do that by having a chalkboard and saying what we're going to eat for the week when the homeschooling
Mm-hmm.
was hot and heavy. But now I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? I bought my containers, and when there's leftovers or purposely sweet potatoes and black
Yes.
beans.
Right.
So I have to figure out how to soup up those beans to make
And
it
she's
taste
got
just
that
right.
wonderful tiny waist that we used to have, remember?
No, I never had a tiny waist. I was always
Okay.
I was always
So
very
I
thin, but you had a daddy called you the brick house. I remember
yeah.
that. But I was always like a straight up and down person. Now I'm working on it now. I could still kind of have that body now, but
Yeah.
it's all good. My husband's
Mhm.
not gonna. He's just happy that I'm breathing and
There you go.
take showers and every once in a while put on some lip gloss and stuff.
So Lord, thank you, girl. What? That was
you
good.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So But yeah, so okay, we got plenty. The thing is there's endless things to talk about, which is kind of
Yeah, so
exciting.
let's send me an email of your list or
Mhm,
text me whatever, and then
mhm.
we'll compilate our list so we can figure out as we're moving along. Um, we'll figure out what we're talking about. But I
I
think
would
we're
have
doing
never
good.
thought in a million years that soft delivery, the
No, hard wig, soft life.
soft life, yeah,
No,
that's different.
hard wig, soft life.
Hard wig, soft life, yeah. So yeah, I did what? So that's something eye opener. It's amazing all these things out there I got no clue about, but it's all good.
And I think that
Mhm.
that Risa Tisa series actually brought that all home because she said that there was a ton of red flags, and because she's over a certain age and she really wanted to be married, she avoided those red flags because she basically wanted to have a soft life. That's really the
Mm.
bottom of the moral of the story. So
Wow,
when her that guy came into her life, Legion, she named him Legion. That was not his real name.
that
Um,
sounds like for our mini, but
you know what
okay.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was just a name that she attached to him. When he came in
Gotcha.
and started taking over, paying bills for her, and she was like, but
Yeah.
that came at a price because
Mm.
But for anybody who hasn't watched it yet, I don't want to mess that up. They'll have to
Okay.
go and watch it. But anyway, so yeah, so we talked about a few things today, and we're at the 40-minute mark. So I think that we can, you can. I bet you your grandson fell asleep now. It was that time.
Honey, I hear him clap. He's in there clapping his hands. It's time for when at this point, it's like the nap is
Yeah.
not happening. No nap is happening today. So this means that he's gonna have a good and fill up the tummy. Bath time and night. He's gonna have lights out for real.
Oh,
So, and so he and Mima are gonna be like lights out. So,
yeah, yeah. So he has he met his
uh
baby brother yet?
he has. He
What do
met
you?
him yesterday. And so he kind of like gave like little finger touches, like okay, it's real. Okay, he's moving a little bit. Okay, but so we let him hold him for a quick second, and that was interesting.
Oh, so I know
Uh-huh.
that you know people raise their kids a different way now, but I know a lady who is a prenatal or postnatal mentor, and then
Yeah.
also going from what my mother-in-law said when I had my first one to get him a doll.
Mhm.
So when his mom is breastfeeding, he can he can he can at least hold the doll and play with it. Because
Mhm.
I do remember when I brought home my daughter, the second one, and they're like 18 months, 19 months apart. And I put her in a car seat and I did not buckle her in. I did not buckle in that second daughter. And so
Mm,
when she started crying a little bit, my oldest daughter, who was 2.5, 3, picked up her
mhm.
sister. No, no, she wasn't even that old. But anyway, she picked up her sister by her head and she carried her to me. Carried her to me like this. And so she comes around the corner holding on to her sister, and I'm like, "Hi, you're helping mommy." I mean, if I hadn't stayed calm, if I had scared her, she would have just dropped that baby on her head. So,
Mm.
yeah. So anyway, strap the babies in. Strap those babies
Strap,
in.
please strap.
Strap the
Straps are
babies in.
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure we have plenty
Uh,
of other mothering stories as we go along, but that one
oh,
just came up funny. Yeah,
we
yeah. So
want
you
to
have to
add
find.
that she was not in the car. She was not in the car. Everybody,
Oh no,
not in
she
the
wasn't in the
car.
car. No, but that was just a good seat to put her in while she was just because we're all sitting in the living room doing something. I think I got up to do something really quick, and
Hmm.
she started crying. Mommy, baby's crying. I'm like, thank you. You're such a good helper. Wow, what am I gonna do? Thank you so much for bringing her to mommy.
So grateful that they're durable, and thank you for a good neck.
Oh yeah.
Strong neck.
Oh yeah. She's got a good neck, all right. That second child. But anywho.
Uh,
So that's good. So we touched on a good things. But so maybe you can go out and find your grandson a baby boy doll or something. I mean, of course, check it with mommy first, but his mommy.
oh, definitely gonna check it with the mama and the papa first, because
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
not,
'Cause-
not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's another subject too, is that we don't stop mothering
Hmm.
or parenting. You just parent a different way,
Hmm.
you know?
Right. And
Yeah.
it's so funny because my older grandkids, well, my oldest grandson will say, "Mommy," I'm like, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama." He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, Mima?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
At this point, I just want I just like, am I going to have the chance to be the opportunity to be, I know one day I'll be a grandmother, but I mean, dang.
One day,
So
you
anybody who's
know,
out there and you tell your daughters and your sons to like, hey, you got plenty of time for that dating stuff. Stay away from them boys. Stay away from them girls. Uh, 28 years old and 26 years
and
old
it,
and
and
23 soon to be
and
24 years old.
it's okay.
It is okay. But I mean, all my friends got like 5, 6 grandchildren. They ain't even know that ain't even a prospect.
But the good thing is, our family has children up into their 40s, well into the 40s, so it's all
That is
good. I
true.
mean,
That is
so
true.
we're hoping that the time clock is the same, and we believe it.
That is true. Yep. But
Hmm.
but we're so happy that you spent this time with us today. Thank you for if you stayed to the end. I'd like to say that I have a prize for you, but I don't. The prize would just be Jesus loves you, and yes, he does.
Yes,
So
he
do
does
we.
all the time.
But just stay tuned. Come back for next week. We'll have maybe we'll have a hot topic. It won't be because we already talked about the hard wig, soft life. If you're over 40 and you don't know, now you know. And also the Risa Tisa thing. If you don't know, go ask your children. They'll know. And yeah, we'll have some more topics for you next week. So thank you for joining us. We'd like for you to like, comment, share, and subscribe like Tyler did
Subscribe.
down there. And when
Hmm.
you come on next time and you catch us live, put down what state you're from. We would appreciate that.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I'm Nubia signing off, and you are.
And I am Doreen signing off.
Thank you for joining us here at the Connecticut Housewives. Oh, we got to do what? Love,
Love,
peace,
peace,
and
and
blessing. All right. Bye for now.
take
Talk to
care.
you later, sis. Bye bye.
All right.